Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. How are you? I hope you are always in good condition. Today, I will do presentation the article from the journal. As I have done before, I will share again the discussion about research written in journal article. But first guys, why a journal? Why not from another sources? Yes, of course, because journals are very important for us to be able to explore and understand their contents, especially for those of us who are in the realm of academic. But I think you feel bored because maybe many of you feel that the discussion of journal is boring and less interesting because the reading is rigid and formal. Well, therefore, in this discussion, I will bring an article related to this statement. This article is entitled Analysis of Reading Interest of English Language Education Student on Scientific Article. This article was written by Eka Fajar Rahmani from Tanjung Pura University. Alright, here we will start with several stages of the discussion. There are the introduction, theory, method, findings and discussion, and last the conclusion. Okay, first I will explain the introduction. Reading is an important and integral activity for academics. Reading provides benefits for academics such as students because it can improve critical thinking. Reading interest needs to be developed first so that reading can become a habit for students, especially reading articles in scientific journals. This study aims to determine and identify the reading interest of English education students towards scientific articles, especially journals. Policies have shown that scientific journals have become the standard reading for students as academics. It is very important for students from the beginning to realize the importance of having an interest in reading articles in scientific journals. Okay, now we move to the theory. Reading is one of the most important learning process carried out by students because according to Noonan 2003, reading is a source of information, means of consolidation, vocabulary enrichment, idea development, mindset development, and increasing student knowledge and developing that knowledge into a projection or real result that is beneficial to the lives of others if applied. However, it turns out that number of studies initiated by Hardianto 2011 show that interest in reading, academic reading such as scientific journal or books in student is low. This is the reason for conducting the same research again to find the cause and location of the problem so that a solution can be found and fix it. Okay, next we move to the method. The type of research is descriptive research that focuses on content analysis by describing, explaining, and interpreting the data that has been collected. The research subjects were third semester students of the English Education Study Program, Faculty of Teacher Training and Education, Tanjung Pura University, totaling 109 people. The research data were collected through an open-ended questionnaire. At the analysis stage, the questionnaire or primary data was analyzed using two ways, namely tabulation or counting the number of responses from each questionnaire items and then calculating the average of the result to measure the level of reading interest using title rating. Okay, for the next explanation is finding and discussion. The graph on the screen shows reading interest based on the preference of reading material chosen by respondent. It can be seen that novels are most preferred by respondent, When compared to journals as preferred reading, there is a big difference as only 2% or 2 out of 109 respondents choose journal as their reading preference. Turning to the table image, based on the research, the final research showed that of the 7 aspects of reading interest, 6 aspects show no interest with a percentage of 85.71%. Based on the percentage result of the questionnaire and the conclusion of reading interest, students of English education Tanjung Pura University have no interest in reading articles in scientific journals. The fact shows that this situation is very concerning. Besides, there is still a possibility of 15.29% students who have an interest in journal. However, in other words, student interest in reading can still be grown if there are supporting factors, such as course lectors who should be able to inform what journals are relevant to be accessed or used by students. Students can also be assisted by providing socialization by the study program that by reading articles in scientific journals can find many ideas and up-to-date information used as the main reading reference for lectures. Okay, last we move to the conclusion. Using article in scientific journal as a reference source for lectures is highly recommended for students. However, the results show that students of English education Tanjung Pura University did not use or even have knowledge or relevant scientific journal. The indicator that best shows student disinterest in journals is the level of reading articles in scientific journals. 88% of the total respondents have never read articles in scientific journal in one semester. The absence of interest in reading articles in scientific journals is the main factor in the absence of student knowledge of scientific journals. Students of English education Tanjung Pura University have a very low interest in reading articles in scientific journals. So there needs to be special program that can be carried out by the study program to solve the problem that occur. So even though it's boring, reading journals is very important because one day we will need it to support our academic running. Well, everyone, I think that's enough discussion for today. Maybe you are a little dizzy about this discussion, but hopefully it's still okay and you can take good message and listen. Don't forget to keep spirit up and thank you for your attention. See you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.